good, easy fam? You're welcome to another video. Welcome guys, welcome back to another vlog. And if you're just tuning in for the first time, you're highly welcome to my channel. And if my videos have helped you so much in your preparation for your Ascp exam, please show some love in the comment section, drop some comments, let me see your likes. And yeah, so with that being said, let's get into the business of today. So just to list, I know most of us already know what we're talking about, the subjects or the topics in medical laboratory science that they will be most keen on. We're talking microbiology, we're talking chemistry, we're talking hematology, we are talking laboratory operations, we're talking lab calculations and molecular biology. So I have these sticky notes right here because I have to put some things down in the bullet points so that I do not forget or I don't end up talking out of context because I'm good at it. Starting first off with microbiology. So under microbiology, we have bacteriology, parasitology, virology, study of fungi, and urinalysis and body fluids. So the major thing I focused on was bacteriology and urinalysis and body fluids. That doesn't mean I didn't read parasitology, virology, and study of fungi. My major focus was bacteriology and urinalysis and body fluids. For bacteriology, I made use of Bottomline and Success. Those are the two textbooks I made use of, Bottomline and Success. I made use of Success more. I had a lot of Success. My first justin was Success, but then I backed it up with Bottomline. Bottomline helped me in understanding. I was able to understand it better. I was able to understand it, more and everything. Bottomline just made it very easy for me. Then for urinalysis and body fluids, I made use of Success textbook and Compendium. So Compendium, I know a lot of people recommend Compendium, but for me, Compendium was not my go-to kind of textbook because I felt it was too broad. It was not narrow to one thing, unlike Success. Success is actually broad but still narrow, but Compendium to me had a lot of redundant stuff that I felt like, why am I even reading this? I mean, I already have a lot to read, so you don't have to make it worse for me. So I didn't make use of Compendium a lot, but I made it for this particular topic of urinalysis and body fluids. I made use of Compendium, but that was after I made use of Success. I jotted down with Success, then I brushed up with Compendium. There are some things that you do not get with some information that you can't find on Success, but you would find it on Compendium. So I wouldn't advise reading just one textbook. If you read just one textbook, you might not get the whole information. Then I also brushed up on parasitology, but for parasitology, I made use of Bottomline and Success. More of Success than brushed up with Bottomline. That's for parasitology. For virology, majority of it I made use of from virology I made use of Bottomline. I use Bottomline for the whole of my for the majority of virology. But then after going through the BOC, that's a study guide that they provided for us, you can find it online. I had to go back and use Compendium. So I used Compendium to brush it up. But for the major part of it, I made use of Bottomline, but you would really have to go through Compendium to brush up on virology. Then for fungi, I majorly use Bottomline. I didn't use any other textbook because these things are broad, so I didn't want to spend so much time reading parasitology, virology, and study of fungi. So my major topics for microbiology were bacteriology, urinalysis, and body fluids. But I did touch on the others, but I didn't spend too much time with them. So let's move to the next one. We have hematology. So for hematology, the major textbook I made use of was Success. I used Success for everything hematology. Then under hematology, we have hemostasis. For hemostasis, I made use of Success. And then we have blood bank. For blood bank, I made use of the three. I came in with the big boys. I made use of all the big boys because blood bank is something that you would have to digest. Blood bank is the major thing. For me, when I started reading, I started with hematology. Hematology was the first book I started reading. So I would also recommend that you start with hematology and probably start with blood bank, because you really want to understand, you really want to digest, you just want to be very familiar with blood bank, that familiar with blood bank. So for blood bank, I made use of Success. After Success, I made use of Compendium. And most of all, guys, I made use of Bottomline. Bottomline was like the game changer for me. But what happened was, initially I made use of Success to read blood bank, but then towards my exam, I just decided to go through Bottomline. And when I went through Bottomline, that was a game changer for me. I would read, even though I will recommend you going through the three because they are important in their own way, but I will also recommend you going through Bottomline and Success. Bottomline and Success, very important for blood bank. Bottomline is good for blood bank. Bottomline, Success, Compendium, those three books, perfect for blood bank. And then Success for hematology. I used only Success. So the next thing we want to go to is chemistry. So for chemistry, I made use of Success all through. I didn't use any other book. I didn't use Compendium, Bottomline, none of them. I made use of Success. That's all I made use of. So I made use of these textbooks that I'm listing right now. So I made use of Success, I made use of Compendium, I made use of Bottomline, I made use of Polanski, and I also made use of BOC question guide. I did a lot of BOC question guides. So guys, if I actually told you that I did BOC 5, 6 and 7, I completed everything before my exam, would you believe me? I know, right? That's crazy, but I did because for every topic I covered, I went back to the BOC study guide and I answered questions, corrected myself, then moved ahead with other things that I was doing. So it's not as if I was waiting to finish reading before I start answering the BOC guide. What I actually did was that I made sure that I covered every topic and then backed it up with solving questions via the BOC guide. So I would also advise you all to try it out. When you're done reading microbiology, you go to microbiology. Let me say you're done reading bacteriology, then you go to bacteriology in the BOC guide and you answer all the questions there. Basically, you answer the questions there. If you want me to drop it down, you let me know down in the comment section and I'll link it up in my next video. I did a few lab calculations. You should look at that as well. It's important. And I think the majority of the lab calculations probably in like hematology and chemistry. So you would want to look at your full blood counts, your absolute blood counts, all of that stuff, platelet counts, the manual counting, the one with the dilution fluids, all of that stuff. You just want to get familiar with it. You also want to know your reference ranges because there are some reference ranges that would not be provided to you on that day. Well, they linked everything up in the BOC guide, so you would see which you need to know and which will be provided to you on that day. And with that being said, I hope this video has been helpful to people preparing for the Ascp exam. I really hope this video has been helpful to you all. And if this video has been helpful to you and my previous videos as well has been helpful to you, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notification, show this video some love by hitting on that like button, and stay tuned for my next video. Thank you.